Yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I've been talking a lot on the past few videos I was doing about basically charging chicks to the game, right? Like when a chick is on some bullshit, you get rid of her, you kick her to the curb and all the other stuff. So, guys have been hitting me up and they've been asking me, like, how do you know if you should continue to see a chick or if you should charge it to the game? Like, how do you know if you should actually keep it going, right? So in this video, I wanted to talk about, like, if you're on a date with a chick, let's say it could be a first date, a second date, or whatever, and you want to know, like, should you keep it going or should you charge her, like, depending on what's popping. So basically, the one thing you need to look out for to, know if you should actually keep seeing a chick is you need to see if she's doing something for you. Okay, you have to see if she's doing something for you. So she has to be doing something for your benefit. So what does that mean, Mr. Locario? All right, I'm going to tell you what this means. So basically, a lot of times when, men and women go on dates and shit like that, what happens a lot of times, unfortunately, is that guys, have been conditioned to feel like they have to sort of do everything. And women have been conditioned to sort of feel like they just need to sit there, be entertained, and take everything without having to really do anything. And then, at the end of the day, she's supposed to choose if she wants to, continue to see you or not or whatever, or call you back and all this other stuff, right? So it's sort of like this thing where guys are taking chicks out, whining and dining them, paying for everything, and the chick is sort of just taking it. You feel what I'm saying? So, you have a lot of that type of vibe going on, right? But the thing is, I tell guys, when you're out there dating chicks, right, you have to look at what's really going on in the situation, and you have to see if she's doing something for you. All right. So let me break this down. Right now, what you got to understand is that when a man and woman are dating, each, the man and the woman is doing something for themselves and also is supposed to be doing something for the other person. Right. So, for example, you as a guy, right, when you are trying to get with chicks, you're trying to date them and all of this other stuff, you are, trying to get with them because you want to have sex or you want to go on dates, you want to hang out with some chicks. So that's what you're doing for you, right? Now, what you're doing for her in this situation is you're actually approaching her, you're talking to her, you're getting her number. Usually you're the person who's calling her to set the date up, right? Then you are actually setting up the date. You understand what I'm saying? To make the shit actually happen. So what you're doing for her is you're creating a situation for her to be able to date and have sex with a guy and all this other stuff that she likes. You understand what I'm saying? So you're doing something for you, which is you trying to get her to have sex and do all this other stuff. You're doing something for her by presenting yourself to her to give her the opportunity to choose you in order for her to get some popping, right? So like the woman, she's also doing something for her, and she should also be doing something for you, right? So basically, what she's doing for her, right, is that she's seeing, she's on a date with you. She's sort of like enjoying the company. She's seeing, like, how she feels about you. If she's having a good time, she's enjoying that time she's having with you and all this other stuff, right? So what she should be doing for you, right, is she should be basically giving you an experience, right, that's going to make you feel like, yo, this chick is the shit. I want to continue seeing her. She's awesome, blah, 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 which is going to make you want to actually enjoy yourself and continue to see her. So it's a back and forth thing. It's a you are giving something, she's giving something, you're getting something, she's getting something. You understand what I'm saying? Unfortunately, a lot when it comes to dating, like I was saying earlier, is that usually you have the guy there sort of, paying for everything, doing all this, doing all that, and the chick just thinks she just needs to sit there and look pretty and all this other stuff. You understand? So the things that a chick can do for you on a date, you understand what I'm saying, or what she should be doing and what you should be looking out for, right, is one of the things is she should be cooperating, all right? So let's say, for example, you take a chick to a bar and then you want to go bar hop and you go to another spot, right? And you say, yeah, let's go to this other spot. Now, if she's being cooperative and she's feeling it, she'll, roll with you to the other spot to get another drink. You understand what I'm saying? But if she's being uncooperative, then, it's going to be an issue that's probably not going to happen, right? Another thing a woman should be doing on a date is showing you sexual interest. You understand what I'm saying? So if she's showing you sexual interest, that benefits you, because she's showing that she's sexually interested in you and that she actually wants to make something happen with you, right? Another thing that a woman can do for you on a date is, try to put some money in on the date, right? So I talked about this before, where even sometimes I would, talk to a chick and then we would go on a date or something. And what I would do is I would sometimes, suggest that she put something in. So I would, we would go get a drink or whatever. And I say, hey, I'll get the first round, you get the second. Or what I would do is sometimes, I would go and, take a chick out for a drink and I would get the first round, but I wouldn't mention the second. I would see if she's just going to do it on her own. You understand what I'm saying? So she's actually contributing. So it's, when a chick is doing that, it's showing that she's not just there just to take. She's there also to contribute. You understand what I'm saying? So if she's not even trying to put anything in, you understand, that's a sign of her not doing part of what she should be doing, right? It's kind of like this, like to even further this point of it has to be that back and forth between you and the woman. It has to be on that equal playing field of you getting what you want and her getting what she wants from you doing what you're doing, and then her getting what she wants and you getting what what you want from what she's doing. So like this is how it goes. So let's say if we use an example of a business, right? And a customer. Let's say the business, you understand? Let's say you're the business and you have a product, right? So what you're doing for you is, pushing that product so that you can get some money, right? That's what you're doing for you. What you're doing for the customer is allowing them to get that product, which can help them with whatever they're trying to, get help with, or whatever that product does for them, right? So, you're getting something out of it and the customer is getting something out of it. Now, on the customer side, what the customer is doing for themselves is that they're actually getting the product. So they're enjoying the experience of the product. What the customer's doing for you is giving you money. You understand what I'm saying? So on each side, it's always something going on where it's a reciprocal thing. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to you dating women, right, you have to look out to see if they're actually doing something for you. And if they are doing something for you, then you continue to see her. If she's not doing something for you, then you fall back and you just keep it moving. You understand? And sometimes what happens is that you're going to have chicks who are, they're going to probably seem like they're doing one thing, but everything else kind of is like sucks. You understand what I'm saying? Or you're going to have chicks who are going to do nothing, but sit there and, think they just got to look pretty. And that's that. You understand? So let's say you go out with a chick, you get a drink, and then you probably, get a bite to eat afterwards. And you're paying for everything. You're trying to, interact with her. She's not being too responsive on the the sexual front, as far as like, you're flirting with her. She's not really flirting back with you. She's not being really that cooperative. You're telling her, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that. And she's like, is it okay if we do this other thing? Because I don't really want to go there, blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to look out for these signs of when you're dealing with a chick to see if she's actually doing something for you. You understand what I'm saying? And if she's not doing something for you, then you stop seeing the girl. You understand? I remember one time I went out on a date with this chick. I went to go get drinks and shit with her. And so I actually got to the place before her. So I got there. She was like maybe like 5 minutes late. She comes through, whatever. I already got myself a drink, right? And so the bartender had my card, and the girl who came to the date, she didn't know necessarily that the bartender had my card. But when she got there, when my date got there, I said, what do you want to drink? You understand? So she got the drink or whatever. And I basically was like, I'll get the first round, and just get your drink. So I got the first round, and now her drink was done and my drink was almost pretty much done. And I'm waiting to see if she's going to, volunteer, you understand, to get the second round. And she didn't volunteer or anything. So what she said was, she was like, I'm gonna get another drink. And I'm like, all right, cool, get another drink. And so when she's getting another drink, I'm seeing to see if she's going to actually go out of her pocket or whatever to try to pay for the shit. You understand what I'm saying? But she's like, just sitting there taking a drink, and it is what it is, right? Now, while I'm on this date, I actually had another chick I was supposed to be seeing like a few hours, later, right? So after me and this girl was drinking, I still had a few, like an hour and a half or something like that before I had to see the other girl, right? So I'm like, all right, let me just chill with this chick a little bit more, see and feel it out before I see this, the other girl, right? So I'm chilling with this chick a little bit more. So after we got the drinks, we had went outside, and I was like, oh, let's go get something to eat, because I was hungry and shit. So I'm like, let's go get something to eat. So I'm thinking, okay, after we left this bar, she saw that I paid for all the drinks, right? And I'm like, okay, this girl's gonna definitely pay for the fucking food, right? Nah, son. You understand? So I ordered some shit. She ordered some shit. And she didn't even maneuver to get some money out of her wallet or her purse or whatever it was. So I'm like, oh my God, this chick is ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? So next thing you know, and then we're sort of chilling and everything. And, she was being receptive to me as far as the physical, right? And then what happened was, right, I had bounced after that. We ate, and I was like, I gotta go because I went to see the next chick, right? So then what happened was, the next day she hit me up and she was like, hey, I had a good time. I really want to see you, blah, 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 right? So next thing you know, she was basically telling me she wants to, get together to hook up, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's make this happen, right? So I'm trying to actually, go over to her crib to, get it popping, right? And then she's talking about, oh, I don't really like to bring guys that I don't know too well to my house or whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So then she's like, but we can go to a hotel. So then I say to her, cool, but we gonna go half on this hotel, right? Now this chick talking about, oh no, I don't like the idea of me having to pay for the hotel. You should pay for the hotel. And I'm like, what the fuck? You understand what I'm saying? She's the one who's saying she doesn't feel okay with, you understand what I'm saying, me coming over her house. And the thing was, she couldn't come over my spot because, I'm with my wife and we don't be bringing, motherfuckers over there like that. You understand what I'm saying? So it was either I had to go to her spot or go to a hotel. And I had no problem doing the hotel thing, but I'm like, yo, you gotta fucking put some shit in, right? But she didn't want to put no shit in. You understand what I'm saying? She just expected me to do it because she's thinking, oh, well, she has the pussy and that, and I'm just supposed to, put up all the money and the energy and everything. And she doesn't have to reciprocate in any form or fashion. And that's what it's supposed to be. So basically, I just was like, well, if we ain't going half on this hotel, then we ain't making it happen. You understand? So then I kept it moving. You understand? Because the thing was, again, I was saying, what is she doing for me? She's not even meeting me halfway. You understand what I'm saying? She's not doing anything. You understand? I remember another time I had a similar date. Went out with a chick. We went to go get a drink. This time I suggested her to get the second round. We both met at the same time. We up in there. I was like, look, I'm gonna get the first round. You get the second round. And it was funny because she said, okay. She was like, cool. You understand? So I'm like, all right, cool. She's gonna get the second round. So the first round of drinks came. And then, I was like, hey, you want another drink? And then she was like, no, I think I'm okay, whatever, right? So then next thing you know, and it was weird because it seemed like she didn't want to get the drink because she didn't want to pay for it. I'm just like, this is crazy, right? So then we actually, ended the date short, right? So after that, I get a phone call from her, or actually a text, whatever. She texts me. She's like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? I want to see you again, whatever." So, she was asking me what I was doing that day. So I was actually on my way to the movie. So I was like, "Listen, I'm about to go see this movie. You could come roll." You understand what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, okay, since she didn't pay for anything on the first time, right? I'm thinking, look, I'm gonna see if she's gonna put in some money for this, right? So I get to the movie theater and shit, right? And so I just actually paid for the tickets, right? So I was like, let me just pay for these tickets real quick. And when she comes through, we'll make it happen. Because she was like 5 minutes late. The movie about to start. I'm about to pay for these tickets. She come through. Let's make it happen. She comes through. I'm like, okay, cool. I got the tickets. And the funny part was, she didn't even seem like she was coming in to get her own tickets. She expected me to get the tickets. You understand? So now I got the tickets, right? And I was like, look, I got the tickets and shit, right? And then she was like, I was like, so you want some popcorn? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, I got the tickets. You get the popcorn. She was like, well, I don't really, I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? How cheap is this chick? You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, we watched the movie and shit. And then after that, I kind of just bounced because I was like, I don't even want to deal with this chick anymore. See, and this is the thing I want to, to explain to you guys is that, you deal with these girls and you have to see sort of their behavior and what they're doing in this situation and see if they're doing anything that's benefiting you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, is she putting in something to benefit you? Is she cooperating in a way where, that's, the cooperation within itself is benefiting you because it's showing that she's going along with your program? Is she actually being responsive to you, being touchy-feely with her, with you being sexual with her? Is she actually being responsive, or is she not being responsive? You understand? If she's doing all these things, if she's actually doing all these type of things, that's the shit that's going to benefit you. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you are basically looking at that and seeing what's really going on. You understand? And that will give you the indicator of if you should continue to see this chick or not. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you're going to waste a lot of time, dealing with a chick who basically, is not going to be a good chick you should be dealing with anyway, because she's going to end up being an attention whore. She's going to end up being a chick who is going to take, and she's not benefiting anything to you. See, her fucking you or her giving you vagina, right, that's not enough. You understand what I'm saying? What else is she doing besides that to, show that she's actually doing something to benefit you? Because any chick can give you sex, right? But what differentiates her from, the other girls is what else is she doing for you? And if she ain't doing shit for you, then why the fuck are you dealing with her? You understand what I'm saying? You keep that shit moving. You just keep that shit going, keep it pushing, and you go to the next girl and make sure you look for if she's doing this or doing that. And if she's not really doing it, you got to kick it to that curb. You understand? And the thing is this, is that, you have to sort of see her vibe. You understand what I'm saying? Because let's say if you go out with a chick, right, you gotta, sort of see overall her whole vibe. So like even that first girl I was talking about where, she saw I paid for the drinks and then she didn't want to, pay for anything else. You understand? Even the second girl, she didn't really want to put nothing in as far as to continue the situation. You understand? So you got to sort of see like, okay, is she actually trying to make something happen, especially if you've set it up to where you say, hey, I get the first round, you get the second, or hey, I'm going to get the first round. And then if she doesn't really budge or try to do anything, then that shows you that she's the type of woman who expects you to foot the bill, to do to do everything, and just for her to sit there and take. And when she's bored of you, she just, dismiss you. You understand? This is what a lot of chicks be doing out here nowadays, where they find a guy where they feel, and the guy feels like he needs to keep showing her attention, keep paying for everything, keep doing all of this other shit. And then she just found some dude who's just going to basically give her all that attention. Even, she might not even necessarily even like this guy like that, but she's, dealing with him because he's continuously doing all this extra stuff and she's just taking. You understand? And she's not giving him anything. She's not doing anything for him. So make sure you watch out for that when you are dealing with these chicks. Click the link below or go to MrLocario.com to get tickets for the Bad Boy Seminar, which is on March 25th, 2017. Space is limited, so get your tickets today. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.